Hi, I went to Joann's the other day and I found this. It's a Memory Box Premium Magazine, and it has 68-page magazine, 3-piece die set, 14-piece stamp set, an embossing folder, A6 size, and 62 element paper and topper pack. So we're going to look at that. And it comes in this nice sturdy box, which I really like. So this is the magazine, and I'm sorry, I don't think I can put my tripod up any higher, but the magazine has lots of ideas. And before we look at some ideas, let's look at the papers inside. So now these are, this a little heavier than copy paper. Maybe about 2 sheets of copy paper thick. But it's nice. I mean, you could use this. And it has the elements you can cut out. Very pretty. Oh, I like this. May you always be brave enough to fly. Thinking of you, without change there would be no butterflies. Birthday wishes. And then it has lovely, really pretty papers, and they're very pastel. This is the most wild colored one, I think. Very pretty papers. I know some of the magazines, when they have papers in them, they're really, I don't know, they feel really flimsy and magazine-y. These are pretty good. And then I think it's just going to repeat, yes, the cycle. And then it has some little butterflies you could cut apart here. And yes, the papers repeat. So that's pretty nice. Ooh. That's really pretty. So I like those. Those are really nice springy papers. Now let's look at the good stuff. The good stuff is the stuff I play with. So we get a set of stamps, birthday wishes, flying by to say hello, just for you, and fly high. And look how pretty those are. Look, sprigs. Oh my gosh, I love sprigs. And then the flowers are really lovely. I really like that. Those are really nice stamps. And then my favorite part is the dies. This is a set of 3 dies. So you have this outer heart fancy filigree thing. You've got your inner heart. And it cuts out, it looks like it cuts out just a thin heart. And then you have your butterflies. And then you also have this really nice embossing folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a card, blank card, and then I'm going to build a card using the papers in this set. And I may use a couple of other things. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll figure it out as we go. So I'm going to go cut out my paper, and I'm going to cut out my dies, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and I looked at my papers, and I chose to use, excuse me, this blue paper that came from the magazine. And then I fussy cut 2 butterflies that were also in the magazine. And then I don't know why, I just got on a lark and went through my glitter paper, and I cut out this heart, and that gave me this full heart here. And of course the frame up there. And then I thought, well, it has this beautiful embossing detail and I'd like to see that. So I cut 2 out of the gold as well. And then I wanted something to kind of make my butterfly a little bit more dimensional. So what I did was I took the butterfly die and I cut it out of a pink foiled paper that I had. And now we're just going to put these together and see how they look. I think it's going to look really pretty. So let me find my glue. And yes, I did use the back of one of the cut aparts. Shame on me, but I thought the blue was very pretty. There we go. Haven't used this glue in a little bit. I got a knitting machine, and I have been knitting like a mad person. I've made, I don't know, at least 35 hats and probably 15 scarves. But it's lots of fun, so I've been doing that. Not so much paper crafting lately. All right, so I'm going to lay down my blue. Now, my card base is 6 by 6, and my paper is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm just going to lay it down and hopefully have a 1/4 inch border, which translates into 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And I'm going to make it as straight as I can, which, oops, wasn't very straight that time, was it? Thankfully, this glue is forgiving, so I can just pop it up. There we go. Okay. And then I wanted to have these 3 hearts kind of be like that. And then I wanted this heart kind of on the side like that. And I don't know if I'm going to use the gold heart to offset it. That does look kind of pretty though, doesn't it? I don't know. First I'm going to glue down these hearts. My husband and I just celebrated our anniversary, or else this would be a really neat anniversary card for him. Darn it, wish I had thought about it before. Okay, I'm just going to put that at an angle up there. Making sure I don't have glue on my fingers because I don't want to get glue on the foiled side of the paper. Otherwise, it's kind of a pain to get off. I think I want that one kind of like that. So I'm going to put there. Let me just audition these things because I'm not quite sure, you know. Ooh, maybe even like that would be cute. No, I kind of want it hidden a little bit. All right. So I'll glue this one down. I really like these magazines. I wish that I could get it through the mail instead of having to go buy it at Joann's. Not that there's anything wrong with buying at Joann's. I don't think there is. But I just wish I could get it through the mail. Ooh, you know what? I might even set this one up a little higher. Let's see. Maybe that way. Maybe that way. So there's some gold to the left. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Oh, I'm going to make this, I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. So let me just use my foam dots or foam tape, whatever they're called, I don't know. And I'm just going to put it like that. Taking off the backing, and I think I like it like that. Okay, and then I do want to pop this up as well, so I'm going to put some dimensionals on that too. And these that I'm using are just from the Dollar Tree. And that way I don't feel guilty if I use a lot of them, you know, because they're only $1.25. I love these things. All right, and I'm going to take my backing papers off. a little bit of glue goopy on there. And I'm going to set that down. Well, I could go this way, or I could go, I really am partial to this way though. I'm going to do it. Here I go. Set it down. Here we go. And that has a little dimension on that, and I actually really like that. So now I'm going to take my butterflies, and I'm just going to put some glue right down the back of my butterflies so I can glue them onto the body of this butterfly. Because this is foiled paper, it's going to take a hot minute to dry. I'm just going to set that there. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Maybe. There we go. Put that on. I might actually bring this up a little higher. Okay. And then while this is drying, I'm just going to try it in a couple different locations to see where I like it. You really can't see how pale pink this is, but it's really beautiful pale pink. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. And I also have some little bows. I don't know if I'm going to like the bows, so I just want to see. I got my bows from either Hobby Lobby or Joann's. I'm betting Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I like that or not. There, I think maybe a bow in one corner would be very pretty. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm liking this already. So I'm just going to glue this down. Just a little dollop of glue there. Put that right there. Let that dry. And then since I'm getting fancy, I might as well see about putting some, oh, I don't know what they're called, little gemstones on there. I'm kind of liking those. These are from Essentials, and they're just called glitter drops. And I may just put a few glitter drops around. And they come in all different sizes. I want to use a tiny little size. I think that's really kind of pretty. I don't know. Sometimes less is more, and sometimes more is not enough. So I'm not sure. Of course, it depends on where I place this butterfly too, but I want him to not extend over the card because I'd like it to fit in an envelope so I could send it to someone. I think it needs a bigger one. I think that one's too tiny. That's interesting. It may be too many. I'm not quite sure. The other thing I was thinking of doing was using one of the sentiments that was in the cut apart pages. But I'm not sure. It may be just a little bit, oopsie, too big. Let me pick up my other glitter drop. Well, crud. Fell over the table. really like that. Your wings already exist. All you have to do is fly, but it's kind of too big. I think maybe these are all going to be too large to put on my card. I could always do a stamp, but I'm not feeling it. You know what? I don't think I will. I think what I could do is I could use one of these on the inside of my card. And I think I'll do that. Ooh, we're sending love. That is gorgeous. The colors don't really match that well, but the blue sure does, doesn't it? Okay, I'm going to use this on the inside of my card. So I shall get this cut off, and I'm going to just glue down the little glitter dots, and then I'm going to glue the butterflies in place, and I'll be right back. So before I glue my last butterfly on, I thought it'd be nice to show you how I give it some dimension. So I just glued along the body, if you recall, and I'm just going to lift up the wings and kind of fold them over my fingers a little bit. And here I'm just lifting up the wings, and I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a shape with my thumb, not much, just a little. There. And then I'm just going to put glue, on a piece of paper that didn't come out of the die. There we go. And now I'm just going to put glue right down the center back of the butterfly. I'm going to pop off that extra little piece of paper. And I'm going to position it where I think it'll look the nicest. And I don't want it to go over the edge of the card. So there we are. There is the outside of our card. And then I'm going to let this set up and dry for just a minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and we'll do the inside, which will take us, 5 seconds? Yeah. So I went ahead and I cut this out. I'm really liking it. And then I thought, well, I had one extra butterfly that I cut out of gold. And I thought maybe I could just lay it down in the corner and then kind of bring in that color as well. So I just fussy cut him and did that. So now I'm going to just open up my card, hoping that everything's dry enough that it won't fall. And I'm going to just put some, how about that? Just put some glue on the back there. And it may look like I'm using a lot, but I'm really not. And then I'm just going to hope, did I center this? I have a terrible astigmatism, so it's really hard for me to line things up straight. I guess I could use my doohickey thingy, but even that doesn't guarantee me anything. Okay, so that's in there. That is really pretty. Oh, I'm liking this. And then I think I'll just, set my butterfly right there. And I'm not going to really worry about dimension with this butterfly at all, because it's on the inside of the card, so why would I want it to pop up, right? I don't. So I'll just put some glue on some strategic places. A little bit on the antenna. There. And I'm just going to plop it down. And I like where that plopped. Oh my goodness, that was really super easy. I am not a card maker. I would rather, I don't know, go walk in sawdust than make a card, because I am not good at making cards, as you can tell. But this one really came together nicely. I like the way that I could fussy cut a butterfly, and I just took one of the butterflies off of this paper and fussy cut it. And I like the dies. I mean, you can never have enough hearts, right? Who has enough heart dies? And butterflies, oh my God, I love butterfly dies. And I like that. And I wish, you know, I didn't even use this embossing, but I really like that. It's gorgeous. And I didn't even use my stamps that came in the kit. So there you go. Now that, you know, granted, I did use the foil paper that I had, so it wasn't in the kit. But this background paper was, the cutouts were. So yeah, I'm really liking that. Oh my gosh. If you have seen one of these kits before, let me know in the comments below, because this is really the first time that I've seen one at Joann's. And I'm really liking it. It was kind of expensive, I'm not going to lie, but I don't know. It came together nicely. I'm going to be using this card. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I don't make any money off of these. They're just solely for kicks and giggles. Have a good day.